How's it going, guys? Welcome to Newcastle Fan Channel, the channel that talks about everything that is Newcastle United. And today we're going to talk about two stories which have come out. One is the Rafa Benitez to Chelsea links, and the other is a bit of a retro topic. I felt we'd talk about Emre Belözoğlu. He's a player who played for us, and it's good to talk about retro, especially when we're going through hard times, to think about good players who've played for us. So start off with the Rafa to Chelsea links. So yesterday we saw the news coming out that was linking Rafa to a return to Chelsea. Rafa was the interim manager at Chelsea after Roberto Di Matteo's sacking. I think it was 2012-2013 season. At the time he came in, he was a very unpopular manager because for a couple of reasons. One was Chelsea-Liverpool had quite a big rivalry in kind of the mid-noughties, when they were getting to Champions League semi-finals. If you remember the Louis Garcia ghost goal, and Liverpool beat Chelsea on penalties as well, and very close semi-finals. And I think there was still some ill feeling about those times. And also he made some comments which were quite disparaging to Chelsea fans, calling Chelsea a bit of a plastic club and so forth. So when he came in, he really was very unpopular there. Did quite a good job, won them the Europa League, beating Benfica in the final, and also got them into the Champions League. So kind of did his job really. Left on kind of bad terms though, because a lot of people felt at the time that he kind of wasn't given enough credit by the Chelsea fans, and they couldn't really let bygones be bygones. So it came as a bit of a surprise to see it yesterday that Rafa was linked to going back. Obviously, it's widely expected that Maurizio Sarri will join Juventus to replace Max Allegri. It seems that Juventus looked at kind of Pochettino and also looked at Guardiola, but found those deals are just financially not viable and unlikely to ever occur. So Sarri is their third choice. I think Rafa, for me, I don't think he would go to Chelsea, just because of the ill feeling last time. I think he would know that he basically would start on a negative, and it would be difficult for him to kind of get the job there. I think the benefits for Chelsea is he's on a free. He'd probably be able to work with the transfer ban. He knows a lot of the players. He knows the Premier League. He's all settled. He even knows the club because he's managed there before. But I think because of the ill feeling from last time, and that still Chelsea probably wouldn't be willing to go for it because they know it'd be unpopular with the fans. You only have to see that probably they decided to let Sarri go because he was unpopular with the fans as well. So I think they're probably more likely to go down the Frank Lampard route. Lampard, obviously, but Chelsea legend, possibly after Eden Hazard, the second best player to play for Chelsea. And I think he would be given a lot more time from the fans and probably be willing to work with the youngsters considering the transfer ban. So what do you guys think? Do you think Rafa would go to Chelsea? I mean, today rumours are saying that it was just rumours, nothing in it. But do you think it would be a good move for Rafa, or do you think he is? I mean, in my personal opinion, I think Rafa's waiting to find out what's happening with the takeover. I think his number one option would be to manage Newcastle with new owners who have loads of money. I think that would be his number one because I think he could see the potential. So but we're not really getting much about the takeover. It doesn't seem to have progressed very far. There's been no update. There was just no comment from the club the other day. So it's frustrating because you can see that obviously the Rafa contract's not sorted, the Rondon transfer's not sorted. As we've talked before on the channel. So what do you guys think? Do you think he's gonna? I mean, I'm still umming and ahhing whether he's gonna stay. I don't think he is gonna stay because it's just taking too long. I mean, when we get into mid-June now, his contract runs out in 2 weeks. So, I mean, all this uncertainty. It's just it's so frustrating because every transfer window recently we've been delaying, not getting our business sorted and so forth, and now we've got this takeover and manager situation, which means again we're not doing deals. You're seeing other clubs making, buying players, and we're just kind of, you can see Arsenal are going for Carrasco, Bournemouth have signed Kelly from Bristol City, and Spurs have started making moves themselves, and we're just in this inertia of waiting. And I think if the more it delays, it's going to lead us, means less players available, and also going to mean that we're going to be scrambling around in the transfer market if it does go through or if it does collapse. So, I mean, it's very, very frustrating. The other thing I'm going to talk about is Emre Belözoğlu, a player who came to Newcastle at the time, very highly rated. If you remember, he was a Graham Souness signing. Had joined Inter Milan and it hadn't quite worked out for him, and we were all very excited about this technical player who came to Newcastle. I mean, he's still playing at 37. He plays for Istanbul Başakşehir. He's made, I think, 99 caps for Turkey. So, great player in terms of what he's done internationally and also in the Turkish league. I think when we got him, we were all really excited. However, it soon dawned upon us that probably he's a bit too slow for the Premier League, didn't have enough space. He was also in a struggling team, played for us under kind of Souness, Roda, was there for 3 seasons. Also, the last 2 seasons, he had issues with injuries, and also, he was, I think he's charged by the FA for racial abuse as well. I mean, when we signed him, I thought he was going to be brilliant, and I think possibly nowadays, where we're playing 4-3-3, he'd definitely be suited to a 4-3-3 at Newcastle. But at those days, everyone was playing 4-4-2, and we probably never got the talent out of him. 2 great memories, though, are free kicks for Newcastle. I remember a brilliant game against Reading. I think it was 3-2, and Emre curled one in. And then the other game, obviously everyone remembers, is Sunderland 3-2 as well. Scored an amazing free kick, went to hug Graham Souness, who, obviously, I think one of the main reasons he joined Newcastle was because he knew Souness from the Turkish league, and, was keen to repay, but he never quite did it for Newcastle. And I think if you look at his career afterwards, he went to play for Atletico Madrid, and things didn't quite work out for him on mainland Europe. He did do better in Turkey, and I mean, the fact that he's going, he's made so many caps, shows that he's achieved. So it's one of those players that you think, we should have got more out of, but maybe it was the situation. So what do you guys think of Emre? Do you think he was a great player for Newcastle? I'm going to be doing a bit more retro talk as well, because it's good to talk about the past and some of the players. So yeah, please post your thoughts.